Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching. This is my first video and thought it would make the most sense to use this time telling you a little bit about me. Who is the corporate vegan? Why did I decide to start this channel? And what can you expect from me in terms of content? So let's dive right in. So who is the corporate vegan? Well, my name is Andrew. I just turned 29 years old in September and have been married to the love of my life for about 4 years now. I work a full-time, demanding corporate job and currently completing my MBA part-time. About a year ago, I made the decision to stop taking a passive position in my life and started taking a proactive role and have been thriving ever since. First thing I want to talk about is about my education. I'd always wanted to complete my MBA, which is the Master's in Business Administration, for a couple of reasons. Primarily, it was because I knew that the degree would allow me to pivot into a new career or exceed in my current one, and I wanted that flexibility. For instance, taking the plunge and starting my own business, which has always been a dream of mine for a long time now. In fact, in university, I started my own landscaping business on the side just to make some extra money during the summer. And it was the most fun I ever had. I mean, the work was grueling, of course, but the authority to make decisions, fail, or succeed on my own is a high I've been chasing ever since. Now, I know people start their own business all the time without a degree, but for me, given the commitments that I have, having the MBA to fall back on in case it doesn't work out was a security blanket I just needed, or really wanted to have. The problem at the time was, though, that I didn't really know what I was passionate enough about to structure a whole business around. Next, my nutrition and fitness. In the new year, I made a decision to be more conscious about the food I was eating and my fitness habits. I always had a regular workout routine, but it was never structured, and my nutrition was far from perfect. And with my family history of cardiovascular disease, I wanted to ensure I was doing absolutely everything I could to prevent it. After doing a lot of research, which included reading the China study, How Not to Die, and watching documentaries like What the Health and Forks Over Knives, I decided to make the transition to a vegan diet. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't go vegan cold turkey, for lack of a better word, but started in January by going pescatarian, and in March, making the transition to a full vegan diet. Now, the journey was rocky still. There's a lot of junk food vegan spots in Toronto, and I took full advantage of that. So it took me some time to figure out how to make delicious, wholesome, plant-based meals. This last decision was it for me. The last piece. It gave me clarity on what it is I wanted to do with my spare time. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but seriously, after a couple of months into the vegan lifestyle, I went on a family vacation to South Carolina. And as me and my wife were on the beach, I looked at her and said, after finishing Sean Akers' new book, Big Potential, which I completely 100% recommend to everybody, I looked at her and I said, we should start a blog or something. And it sounded crazy, there was absolutely no context, but to me it seemed perfect. I had gone through the trials and tribulations of becoming vegan, making all the common mistakes, and now felt like I was in a position to help others who wanted to do the same. I had now successfully integrated a wholesome plant-based diet into my everyday life. My workout routines were on point, and for the first time in a long time, I finally felt like I was thriving both externally as well as internally. All I wanted to do is share this with as many people as I could. And social media seemed like the perfect platform to do just that. So the last thing I'll talk about is the content that I share on Instagram. So I post content 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on a 3-week rotating schedule, which looks a little something like this. So on week 1, I'll post 2 recipes, which each take 30 minutes or less to prep and cook, as well as an entrepreneurial quote, which will help inspire you, and as well as me, to follow your passion. Week 2, I'll post 2 of my favorite workout routines from the week, as well as a vegan recommendation. Now in the past, that's included top vegan spots in Toronto, as well as recommendations on outfits for the business professional. Now I'm always looking for new ideas for these posts, so if you have one, be sure to let me know in the comments below or on Instagram to shoot me a DM. Week 3, again, I'll post 2 vegan recipes, but this time I'll couple it with a frequently asked question. Now, this can be anything. In the past, I've answered questions like, why did I decide to go vegan? What supplements do I take, if any? And I've also demystified carbs, as well as answered questions about, whether vegans are at risk of calcium deficiency. Now, again, I'm always looking for these questions, so hit me up if you have any questions at all, and I'll be sure to add them to the list. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do it is Instagram or email. Shoot me a DM or send me an email in the link below, and I'll be sure to respond. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, @thecorporatevegan. Thanks again, and chat soon.